Welcome
to Yarns from the South. I'm looking in the right place. No,
Hi everyone, sorry. We've just had a massive laughing fit and so we're trying to gather ourselves.
Yeah, be professional.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Vanessa.
And I'm Sue.
And we are...
Knitting.
And crafting.
Podcast.
Oh my God. What are we doing?
I have no idea. This is bizarre. Anyway, hello. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello to those of you who have been here before and welcome to those who have never joined us. We're going to pull it together in a minute, I'm sure.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Just bear with. Just plug in. And
put your seatbelt on.
Click in.
Join the ride.
You'll be fine.
So we are coming to you a little bit later than what we had anticipated. It's now July.
So we missed June.
Yeah. For very good reasons, really. Some of it was due to me getting COVID and so having to, I basically was out of action for 2 weeks or so and just bits and bobs kept springing up. But anyway, here we are, we made it, so that's exciting.
And we're also a bit later in the day and it's a so we're from the South Island in New Zealand and we're from a place called Invercargill.
All the way down the bottom.
Down the bottom, waving at the penguins. And we're in winter. And
very
winter.
wintry. Yeah.
And we've had hail and rain. There's been snow in parts, and it's getting dark. The sun will be setting in an hour or so, it's a bit darker than normal. I don't know why I keep rolling my eyes.
Darker than normal.
Darker.
I've got to go and put my chickens away after
this.
Gosh, yes. Yeah. Anyway, so yes. I've lost train.
That's okay. So we'd like to say a big thank you to those new viewers who have been subscribing. We have gone up at least 100 subscribers.
It's amazing.
Which we're so excited and we really, really appreciate it. So that's really exciting for us. So thank you.
Yeah, and boy oh boy, we got a lot of comments from our last episode. So a big thank you to all of you who commented. Of course, last episode we asked everyone to let us know what other podcasters that they had been watching. We got this huge list. Whoa. Can't believe how many. So that was so cool.
Yeah.
In a minute, I'm going to actually read out all of the podcasts that were suggested.
In one breath.
Maybe not one breath. And Sue's going to be use her magic and she's going to pop...
Because I'm so good at this.
She's amazing at editing. So she's going to pop the names on the screen. So because of my strong Kiwi accent, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, just so you can understand
What did she say?
Then you can pause it and then you can write it down. Because I won't have it up there for ages. I'll probably do it in blocks.
We could probably link, that's a lot, but we could probably link in the description box too to everyone that we talk about. Yeah. What else are we going to talk about? We'll do some finished objects and some works in progress.
We're going to do the giveaway. Yeah.
Should we talk about that now too?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we did, in between our 17th podcast and this one, we put up a little mini hello when we're on a walk to prove that we do see each other outside of podcasting.
That's right.
For World Knitting Public Day.
That's right.
So unfortunately this one was out of action with the old COVID. So I was representing.
Yeah.
Represent. Yeah. So down at Invercargill Library on the Saturday, whatever the date actually was, couldn't even tell you.
Maybe the 12th? Can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, and we had a fan. We had a fan a viewer come to meet us. So we had the lovely Helen, who actually is more south than us on Stewart Island, but does also reside in Winton, which is a little bit north of us. So,
Hi, Helen. I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for making the effort, and you had to coordinate it with your husband and his golf, and I know you had a bit of a chat with our friend Jodie because I was a bit late, but yeah, we really it meant a lot, and I was telling lots of people that it was so exciting to meet someone who enjoys the podcast. So thank you very much. Wanted to say a special hello. So thank you, Helen.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
don't know. Should I do this part first, or should we do our makes and stuff first, and then crack into all of that?
Should we do a bit of making?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't got anything.
Oh, right.
I haven't finished anything.
No finished
I've not
objects.
finished anything.
Finished objects. Yep. Okay.
No. Move on.
Right.
You.
So, well, I have 2 finished objects. One of them I don't actually have with me because they have been gifted, and Lily said, no, they're not in a state to be put on the podcast.
Oh, do you want to take a picture?
Maybe we will put a picture up. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, I can do this now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And so these are the Crowley socks from a book called Socktopus. And I've forgotten the name of the author, but I will link it in the description box below. And this pair of socks I made for my sister Lily for her birthday, which was just at the start of June.
Also, she was in COVID lockdown.
I was also in COVID lockdown.
And so is your sister.
Yes, she was too, yes. The whole house went boom, and we all got it. Of course, my husband got it the worst. He got man COVID, which was, of course, far worse than woman
10
COVID.
times worse
Yeah.
than woman COVID.
But we all got through and survived, so that's fine. So I finished those socks.
Excellent.
And then I also finished my Shadowbox socks.
Have you done both?
I have done both. I just didn't bother putting...
Oh, yeah. Right.
Beep, beep, whoops. And that one just looks so...
Oh, look at these.
Yeah. So these, the sock pattern is by Helen Stewart from Curious Handmade. And it's part of her...
Lovely.
What's it called? It's called the Handmade Sock Society No. 5. So it's where she pops out a secret sock pattern once a month for the next 6 months. So, it was such an easy pattern to make, and I love the way she does her patterns. They're just so, she does every single line what you need to do. And I guess some people who but it's really big and clear, and you can just cross it off as you go.
Nice.
So super, super easy. And the yarn was malabrigo yarn, and I can't remember the colourway, but I think it was just some numbers, so I can pop that.
That was from your stash.
That was from Deep Stash that I'd been given years ago.
Nice.
So that was really cool to finally use that yarn, because it's been sitting there going, use me. And just to make something different to the usual vanilla socks that I always make. So that was fun. Nice. She's got another, that was, I think, must have been the May sock. So I need to do the June sock to catch up, which I will do eventually.
Nice.
So that's my finished objects. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So I've got work in progress. Okay. So I think I was going to start the Dustland cardigan because I'd finished the Dustland cowl, and I think I've inspired one of the viewers. So here we go.
This is so cool.
So I've just got to I've just split off the sleeves. So this is using just Ashford's double knit, not double K. Double K. That sounds like some kind of drug. That's something else, which we won't talk about.
No.
And it's just a shade. So the shade's 815. So I started off really quickly, and then I slowed down. Last week I hardly knitted at all. I just didn't have any mojo. And so it's just like the Dustland, it's got a repeat of 3 patterns, except I, very specially, have added in my own pattern.
Why not?
So I made a mistake and I just carried on, and I've got my own kind of.
So it's going to be completely unique.
Completely unique because I'm just being my own little
following
Stephen
your
West.
own path.
Yeah, and I think Stephen West would be fine with it.
He would be down with it. So
yeah. So there are some mistakes in it, but I really like the texture. Love the colour.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I think it'll be really nice on.
I'm inspired.
And it feels really yummy. It just feels like
it does.
Yeah, I think, and it was nice when I because I did a swatch.
Oh my gosh.
I did. Who am I?
She's a changed woman.
Who am I? I swatched and I washed it.
Did you wash it and block it? Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Did all the things. I would never do this before. This is why I'm such an oxymoron. Anyway, and it felt really nice it just filled up slightly. I think he actually does it with a slightly stiffer yarn, and I know for the cowl it's slightly stiffer, so this maybe sits slightly differently than he probably wants it to, but it's fine. So I'm excited. So I've really only got the body's probably about the same again for the body, and then I'll do sleeves. And I haven't done a big knit like this for years.
And then do you just pick up for your button band? And that's it?
Yeah, I must do, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it finished.
I'm not sure about button band, but I need to check. Yeah, so excited about that. So that's basically what I've been doing. And I found some of those things.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I was saying yesterday to Vanessa, did she have any of those? Do other people do those? Like, I don't know what you meant. Those kind of cabley, tubey things. I think they're like for making bracelets and just to put your live stitches on. So first time I've done that, but it was quite good.
Rather than like scrap yarn.
Yeah.
So what's the thought process behind this versus scrap yarn?
I don't know, it's just a bit easier.
Right.
I could put a darning needle through that as well. I did on one side and I didn't on the other. I think it's just a bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
So there may be other reasons, but tell us. I don't know.
Tell us if you know what the reason.
Why you do it.
Yeah.
I just did it because I saw other people do it.
Yeah.
So. So that's me. That's all I've been. Cool. I'm still a bit of a monogamous
knitter.
Well,
I think that's a good thing to do. Yeah. Good way to be. Right. So I actually only just finished my Shadowbox socks yesterday because I was like, I was mucking about. I have been a bit with my knitting, and now I am just working on a tiny little baby.
That's not for you.
That's not for me. Aww. God, no, my baby making days are over, and I could definitely not fit into this. This is a Milo. I'm sure a lot of you will recognise.
Can't go wrong with the Milo.
You really can't.
Can't actually go.
This is for one of Mark's workmates' partners is having a baby. So I'm that far through. So this is just knit with, I don't even know, $3 yarn from the our local wool shop, Wool World. And it is, the pattern is Milo by Georgie Nicolson, I think it is. Ticky Knits. Yeah. Which, is so well known on Ravelry.
I think you have to pay now, but I think I got it back in the day when you did it. Back in the day,
yep. And this is DK yarn, and there's the Milo Bambino, which is for the 4-ply version. So
and there's different patterns, different cables. You can do an owl or do
there's heaps. I've also just done it so that it's completely flat. Just stocking it if I just really couldn't be bothered and I had to get it finished soon, or I was making it with like a variegated yarn that was maybe.
I've
had it own.
They're great.
They're so good, and they're actually really useful.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when you get given something and you think, neat, but it's not actually that useful.
Not practical.
Yeah. So I'll be whipping that up.
No.
That's it. I feel really boring. I have all these plans.
Yeah.
But I just had to get this done because how long has this woman been pregnant? About 8.5 months. So I'm like, how long have I known? Probably about 6 months. And
That's good.
All right. So that's that.
I've got a few acquisitions.
Okay, and I've just got to talk about my Mark jersey.
Oh yeah.
So I am so it's future knitting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but okay. I'm like, as soon as I finish this, I'm casting on.
Okay. Well, sure, I'll go acquisitions. Have you got any acquisitions?
No.
Okay.
I really want to see
I've got enough acquisitions for the both of us. So we'll go with, I'll do in order. Most of you will know, I imagine, about the Outlaw Yarn, who are based up in Christchurch. Yeah. They do different, I'm going to say different strengths. That's not the word, is it? Different types, what's the word? Plies. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Like different bases.
There we go. Yeah, we go. We know what we're about. Yeah, we got there. Different bases. Anyway, they're having a bit of a change around with their store and that. I think they're reducing some of their lines down. So they've been having a massive sale, and I think it's still going on. So they've been selling bags of yarn for quite bargainy. So I got 10. So they're doing like bags of 10 balls of yarn for $50.
So good.
So I got this is DK Bandit.
It's so pretty. I love that colour.
I couldn't tell you what the colour is. I probably could tell you. Let's have a look. Let's delve in, everybody. Oh, sorry for the noise.
Scrunchy.
Shenanigans.
God, I love that colour.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's not quite enough for a sweater.
Could you buy it solo as well?
Yeah.
If you got a couple more of these, could you?
Yeah, I could, yeah.
Oh,
that's so cool. Yeah, beautiful colour. Yeah,
so pretty.
Yeah. I don't know, sometimes I just want to make myself feel better, and I shop my feelings, so.
Hey, you are preaching to the choir here.
So that's what I did. Yeah. So, realised that a few years ago. I think I'm just doing this to make me feel better. Yes, I am. Well, that's okay. That's okay.
But that's useful. You know, yeah, you're buying something that's completely ridiculous.
No, it's not drugs.
Oh, hey, exactly.
So that would be worse.
Yeah.
So that's one purchase, and then I was like, someone was talking about it again. This is several weeks later, and went, I should go back on there again and see. And so I just decided, for some reason, I needed some sock yarn. Do I need sock yarn?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
always.
absolutely do.
So anyway, and this is kind of coincident. Whether this will be used for this or not, I don't know. I'm going to have to. I haven't opened this up yet. But Stephen West
excuse me,
is doing a. This is probably to do with future knitting. Oh, I haven't opened it. This is making lots of noise.
Where are they?
No. Oh God, sorry, should have done that before, sorry.
Oh dear.
Sorry. Such professional. Stephen West is doing a mystery sock along. Oh,
what the?
Oh no. Hopefully my battery's dying. We'll see how we go.
Can we plug it in? Oh no, we can't. No.
Can we plug it in? No. I'll be alright.
Hope for the best.
20%.
Go. Sorry.
You and all your podcasts, that's what we worry about. He's in a mystery sock along, which I've signed up for. Am I going to do the mystery sock along? Probably not.
Maybe.
But I've signed up for it anyway. And you need 2 contrasting colours, so this would work, and you need like a decent contrast. So I've bought these. So this is more. So this is Bandit, but this is sock. So and it's what is it? Is it? Can I tell you what it is? No.
100% machine.
Oh, it's merino.
Washable.
Yeah, merino. So, and this is called Frolic Jelly.
And this is Jaunty Jelly.
There we go. So they'll look cool together.
Very.
Yeah, so I bought those.
Cool.
So I've got, they're 50 grams, so I bought 2 of each.
Nice.
Then I've been watching a podcast that one of you lovelies has recommended, and they've been talking a lot about ranunculuses, ranunculus, and
now you've absolutely got in the bag.
Yeah, and Vanessa will tell you that as we know, I've been quite long-time viewers of the podcast will tell you I've been
verbally abusive and sometimes.
Yeah, I've been rude. I've been verbally abusive about sock knitters. I'm now an avid sock knitter. I've been verbally abusive possibly about spinners. I now like spinning. I've also been verbally abusive about 4-ply knitting and lace. I'm now planning to do some 4-ply lace knitting. Oh, here's my cat.
Oh, Benny.
Oh, Benny.
Oh, don't show your bottom.
Oh, Benny. Not helpful, Benny. Oh, dear. You're replacing ball sprocket in the limelight. Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, go
One
over
of them.
there. Don't sit
Good
on my
job.
jumper. Great. Anyway, so I bought some 4-ply yarn to make ranunculus. Easy for you to say. So I've bought.
Come on, Benny. This is just not going to happen, mate.
This is not working.
Who sat down right next to the tripod, like he's like seconds away from knocking it over.
It's so good. Oh. Oh no, he's just sat on. Okay, he loves bags.
Oh, Benny.
That's okay. Okay, so I've bought some yeah yarn. Oh.
Benny, right? You are too funny. Say hello, everybody, and go on.
Oh,
Get away with you. He's too funny.
Anyway, sorry. So I bought this. So it's basically white with these lovely little flecks of colour in.
It's going to be amazing.
And the colour is it's a sweet sock. So 75 merino, 25 nylon, and it's what's the colour? Tusk.
Oh, it's
TUS.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I just bought it online. So I wasn't. You don't always know what you're getting buying online, but I'm a little bit whatever. Anyway, it's not going to be that
It's
terrible.
going to be awesome.
Yeah. So that's my plan. So I'm quite excited about that. And people seem to be able to whip these up really quickly. So I'm hoping I can do that. And then I'm being quick. So I bought a kit.
Oh, what is this?
I've bought an introduction to dyeing kit.
Oh my lord. That is so cool. What do you get in the kit? I've seen these.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad for like $70, and you get 2 skeins of yarn.
Is this the how-to or is it
no,
just the...
that's just your brochure.
Oh yeah.
Buy more things from Ashford's brochure.
Buy more things. So 2
So you get
skeins.
2 sock skeins of yarn. And then you get a couple of so that's one how-to. Then you get like a colour wheel. And then you get 4 colours of...
Did you get to choose your colours?
No, it's just your basic 4. I think it's just
your primary.
Your primary colours. The fact that there's a coal.
Oh, yes.
So I think the fuchsia is what they use for the red. Pardon me for the red. Yes. Oh,
It's Benny.
the cat's
Getting into a box.
he's probably going to eat the box. Excellent. So bought that because there may be something I'm doing near Christmas which requires me to create some more colours and create some more yarn. And
Should we tell them?
Shall I have a go?
Are you going to tell them what we're going to do?
Okay.
Or is that I'm thinking, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So we're going to do an advent. We're going to do she's making another noise.
Sorry.
We're going to do a mini skein advent
For each other.
So we're going to do 20 gram skeins of yarn for the 24 days of advent, and a full skein, 100 gram skein for Christmas Day. Yeah. So and I haven't ever dyed yarn. You are.
Wow, I've died.
You've dabbled and you've also sold in the past. So
it makes me sound like a bit of a drug dealer.
Yeah.
You've dabbled, you've
dabbled,
sold.
you've sold.
I've stopped that now, though. I'm not that kind of person anymore.
You've changed.
I've changed.
You saw the error of your ways. Yeah. So and we just confirmed how we may put there may not be full 24. There may be a couple of notions in there as well instead of the full 24.
Yeah.
Instead of?
No, I was thinking as well.
As well. Oh, good we clarified.
That is funny.
That's hilarious. You'll be like, where's my...
I thought we said 24.
Oh, that's only 19, you bitch. I'm going to clarify. That's so funny.
Hell.
There's always something like, okay. Good. Anyway, that's good.
It's good.
That's good. Yeah, so so I better plan ahead because I've never dyed yet, and I thought, so I thought, oh, yeah, I'll have a go. So she may not get anything because it could be shit.
It'll be fine. It'll be awesome. And you'll have fun. Well, I have fun when I go. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have fun. Yeah. So that's why I bought that. So that's just the cat. Anyway,
He's too funny. He's such a big
he's
goof.
such a menace.
Oh, that's cool.
There we go. That's my purchases.
Yeah, purchase.
There we go. Purchases. Yeah. I'm not sure what my battery situation's like. I'm just going to check it. Oh, there's my finger. Hello. Oh no, I can't tell.
I have no idea what that meant. Okay, well, I'll just steam on through.
Yeah.
So future-wise, I spoke last time about the fact that I'm going to be making my husband a jersey, and it's being made out of home spun, and I've just about spun up enough, and rather than actually finish the spinning before I started to knit it, I thought, bugger that, where's the fun in that?
Oh.
So this morning we worked out the jersey that I'm going to be making him. So it is this one here.
Oh.
Now, I found this years and years and years ago. I must have found it on Ravelry. It's called the Spartan Pullover, and it's by Kristin Nicholas.
Oh.
And it's...
Please tell me that Mark's going to wear it and then pose like that.
He better.
I'm
going to make him and take a photo of him and put it... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And has to wear a t-shirt that's slightly off the centre.
He wants to have a round neck and this is a V-neck, and I don't know if I can be bothered faffing with that. Mm. It's bottom up, so I've got a wee while before I really have to think about it. So yes, this was originally published in the Interweave Knits back in 2006. So it's an old pattern, but that's okay. We can work with that. So that's all I wanted to really say about my...
Exciting.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be casting it on in like the next couple of days. I am
great.
Super excited about that.
Okay. How do you want to play this?
Let's get all of it done, and then we'll do yeah.
Okay. So are we going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Ready.
Reading corner.
Reading corner. Reading corner. Reading corner.
What have you been reading, Sue?
Well, I came across. I was accused by accident. Oh, the cat.
I want to cuddle you.
He's such a heifer. So this is a cat that is a stray that has now fully officially in our house and it's fully inside the house. They're at Elm. So I audio book generally, and I was just bored of what I was reading and just wanted something else. And I was in between credits, so I thought, and I'm on the Audible membership where you can also access free books. So often they might have one free in a series I found to get you in. So anyway, I come across, I didn't realise at the time, but it's actually a New Zealand author and New Zealand narrated, which is really, really funny and cute, because I just keep hearing loads of because obviously I hear the New Zealand accent all the time, and sometimes I'll pick things out and take the piss out of Vanessa.
All the time.
And it was it's kind of cute hearing it, and I've never really listened to a narrated book in a Kiwi accent. Anyway, so this is called Knitted and Knifed, and it's a cozy murder. So and it's based in around Napier, around a false, I think it's like a false town called Discovery. And it's about this, I couldn't tell you the name of the woman, but it's about this young woman whose grandma's died, and her grandma and granddad owned a knitting shop.
That's
called
the dream.
Unwind. It's something I can't remember what it's called, like Unwind and something. Anyway, and basically someone's murdered in the shop down the road, and she happens to stumble across it. And there's cats. There's cats. And she has a lovely knitting evening, and she's basically just helping out her granddad for the time being. But it's really cool, and I'm really enjoying it. And there's 4 in total in the series, so
cool.
Yes, so I'm going to carry on with those, and I've actually been looking forward to listening to each night, so it's always a good sign. Yeah, and then in I have been watching more stuff, but I couldn't even think when I was writing my list today. I'm still writing a list.
Yeah.
But I watched a film last night. Jim was away, so I had control of the telly. And Jim doesn't really like action movies, and I'm a bit of an action girl. So I watched the new Guy Ritchie movie, The Covenant.
Who's that got in it? I feel like
it's got some people in it.
People?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you, I'm terrible at recognising, but people I recognised.
Yeah, okay.
So they're famous people.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people, and they were doing some acting, and it's an action one.
It's action, war, and it's about it's set in 2018, Afghanistan war, but it's about the translators that the American army got to help them over the last 20 years, and basically how some of them were shafted. But it's a quite poignant story, and done really well. So 2 hours though. So.
Ooh, wow.
I know by the end I was a little bit, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
And then I watched another army movie, but I can't remember, called The Contractor. That was quite good as well. Yep. And then podcasts. I know we're going to be talking about podcasts, but one of the podcasts I picked up on from one of the comments was a Canadian podcast, and because I'm going to Canada in September, I thought, I might have a look. So it was called the Knit Chat Cafe, and it's 2 ladies who film it live, and so you can actually join in if you're watching it while they're filming it, or they just record it and you watch it whenever. And they from Southern Ontario. Yeah, and I've really been enjoying it. Yes.
Cool.
And because it's exciting news, when I go to Canada, I think I am going to be there the same time as a yarn show.
That's so cool.
But I don't think I can get tickets yet. I can't see how I can get tickets
What's
yet.
What's it called again?
It's called Knit City Vancouver.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I am beyond excited. And I don't get very excited about anything. And yes, these 2 ladies had been to the one in Montreal, and it looked amazing. So.
Oh man, I so hope you can get tickets. I want to live vicariously through you.
So that's me.
Cool.
What have you been reading and watching, Vanessa?
Well, because I had COVID, and the whole house had COVID, we did a massive binge of all of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies. So that was really exciting. I'm a massive Lord of the Rings Hobbit fan. So and so are the kids. So that was fun. I also managed to binge the entire 6 seasons of Schitt's Creek.
No, I haven't watched this, but this is also Canadian, isn't it?
Yeah. So I had never watched it either. Had heard about it. I think I tried to watch like half an episode a few years ago, and it just didn't land with me at that time. And then this time, oh my God, I loved it so much. It's so funny. No. And I just binged as much as I could. And I did that thing where you binge so much that you want to go into that world. And I got completely obsessed with one of the actors, Annie Murphy, who plays Alexa. So obsessed that I then had to go and find her other stuff. And so another thing that she's done is Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself, which I found, I think that's on Prime. Yeah. And so I then binged the entire season of that, which is also hilarious. It's very different, a different character that she's playing, but it's really good. And then I found her in the newest season of Black Mirror. I have tried to watch that in the past, and it's just too much for me. But I did watch the episode that Annie Murphy stars in. She also stars alongside Salma Hayek. and it is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really well done.
Nice.
Oh, and I watched it's a limited TV series called Anatomy of a Scandal.
Oh, yes, I saw that. That's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So that's what I have been watching. And reading. I have been reading. I'm actually reading an actual book at the moment.
Whoa.
I left it at home, but The Book Thief by Markus Zusak.
Oh, yeah.
It is a movie as well.
Yeah.
And it's been out for a while. And I have watched the movie years ago. It's so sad. It's set in World War II.
Yeah.
But Lily's had this book for years, and so I finally went, actually, I'm going to pick up and read a book. So that's I'm halfway through that, and it's really good.
Nice.
I also just wanted to say a big thank you to those people that, because last time I had asked about getting some holes, or very close to getting holes, in a pair of my socks, my homemade socks. And so I put it out and asked for some suggestions on how to deal with it. And I got a few really good suggestions. Duplicate stitch was one that came up often. So I actually haven't done anything with my socks yet, but I will definitely trial that and see how I go. And just big thank you to everyone who suggested things.
Nice. That's lovely.
All right. So before we do the draw of our giveaway, I just wanted to read through every single different podcast that was suggested to watch. I actually have been able to watch some of these.
Can I do half and you do half?
Go on then.
Okay.
I haven't got around to watching all of them, but I am making my way through this list because it's so cool to find new podcasters, or new to me podcasters. Anyway, here we go.
In one breath.
I don't know about one breath.
Here we go.
So, starting with...
Go.
Excuse me. My voice is getting all croaky.
Go.
Mel makes stuff. Stitched by Mrs. D. I've watched her. She's hilarious. I actually thank you for this suggestion because I really like her. Mostly knitting. Cal knits. Little workroom. Knitting Traditions. I've seen Knitting Traditions.
I just feel like I'm going to do some dance.
She's a Scandinavian. I can't remember if she's Swedish living in Norway or Norway living in something. Anyway, I really enjoy her podcast. My Yarny Corner. Edible Thoughts Makes. Simply in Stitches. It's a Sarah. Finish Knitting Stories. That was suggested a few times. Wool and Wishes. Knitting with Kim and Jonah. I've watched them. I think they're from, I want to say from Canada as well. So that's cool. Orchid's Heart. Now this one, how do I say that one? I think this is a Swedish one. Mingen. Walden. We'll put it on the screen, obviously, yeah. NJ Knits. Grocery Girls. Grocery Girls are another Canadian one, aren't they?
Yeah, I've heard of them, yeah.
Unwind and Knit With Me.
Kiwi.
A Kiwi. And I went and watched her ones. She's from Christchurch. Her ones. God, it's really good grammar. I went and watched a couple of her episodes and I really enjoyed her. And she's also got a little a shop that she has. And she sells these beautiful project bags that I really want to get. Cup of Tea and a Yarn. They're another Kiwi duo. I think they're from up the north, I think Auckland, I don't know, up in the North Island, yeah. Knitter's Suitcase, The Cornish Knitter. Do you want to take it over from here?
Oh, okay.
Do you don't mind my writing.
Christina from Gusset and Goddets. Right. Sew Knit Create.
So Sew Knit Create is Carla Pert, who's also a North Island knitter and podcaster. I watched a couple of hers. She's awesome.
I don't know what that word says.
I think it's Albanac.
Oh, Albanac Knitter. Is that like...
I think it's a Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish name, yeah.
Maybe I need to read them.
Yeah.
If you can't my writing's not that great. Titi's Knit Garden, The Green Bean, Laura Penrose from Penrose Knits. I think I've watched her a few episodes and she's really cool. Crea Beer, Last Homely House. That's a lovely podcast.
Yeah, a few of our friends watch hers.
Yeah. She's from England. I can't remember where in England, but yeah, very nice, homely. Homely podcast.
In a house.
Yeah, in a house. Knits and Pieces. Now, these are the ladies that you just mentioned, and they do the Knit Chat Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch them. They're really cool. The Knit Girls with 2 hours or 3 hours even. They're an American duo, and I think they organise a knitting event called it's SSK, yeah.
Oh yes.
Summer Soul Knits or something. That's over in America. Ruth Loves to Knit, Mindful Making, Fruity Knitting. That's Fruity Knitting's been around for a long time. She's an amazing knitter. Soulful Spinning, Outlaw Yarn, Not Fancy Knitter. I've watched Not Fancy Knitter a few times. She's really cool. I think she's from Boston in America. Well Loved Knits, Junction Fibre Mill, The Woolly Worker, Lay Family Yarns, Giddy Knits, Corner of Craft Knits. I think her name is Hannah, and she's from England, and she's also a D&D player. And yeah, very cool.
Does her own yarn.
Yeah. Knit Sip Happy.
And I've got one which I didn't write on there that I like to watch, which is Tales from Cuckoo Land.
Cool.
Which is an English one.
And she's a friend of Ali from Little Drops Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got one that was not mentioned, but I've just started watching. And she is Strawberry Patches, she's lives up in Auckland. Yeah, and she, I really enjoy watching her makes and things. Yeah.
Oh, and we got through it. What about the lady who also she commented on before?
Yes. Donna Lane from
Blind Knitting. Yeah.
Who is, where is she based? Up in the Wairarapa, I think. Yeah. She's got a cool podcast. Yeah. So we will put the links to all of those podcasts in the description box. And yeah, I'm having fun working my way through that list.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. So everybody who made a comment, we have been really technical. We've printed the comments out. And we've gone old school and we've placed them in a knitted beanie.
Beautiful knitted beanie, by the way.
Yeah, one of mine. And so we can show you half of the prize, because half the prize
is here.
And half the prize is still in the shop.
But we know exactly what
we know what the prize is. So, but I went to the shop to get a quarter of the prize, and the shop wasn't open.
No.
Do you want to show the prize?
Should we show part of the prize? Okay, so part of the prize, is this beautiful skein of Maniatoto wool, and it's her woolly DK base. Now woolly, that is the other way.
Don't ask
woolen
me.
spun.
I never got it right.
I'm pretty sure it's her woolen spun. So it just means that it's nice and fluffy. And the colourway is called Poppy. And to go with it is this bomb. I can't remember where I got this bomb.
I think I gave it to you.
Okay, there we go. And oops, do the low power mode.
It's okay.
Okay.
When you finish.
All right. We're living dangerously. So I thought that could make a cool hat combo.
And we've got two of the things which we've gone for a southern. I've got a bit of a list. Southern theme. So we're going to have some. We'll tell you. We're going to have some chocolates from the Seriously Good Chocolate Company, which is a chocolate company shop from down in Invercargill. And
we're going to get some alpaca fibre from I've forgotten what Mary's, I think it's Alpaca Southland is her handle. And she is a friend of ours and happens to have an alpaca fibre little business. So we will get some fibre from her to include into this little pack. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll draw it quick because my batch is going to run out.
It's going to go.
So what will happen is we'll call out your name, and then if you can email us, we'll put our email in the descriptions. Why am I doing it? Call out the name, and then you contact us with your address and name.
Yeah.
We're not going to try and find you
Because of the scams and
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going right down to the bottom.
Oh gosh.
Okay, this is at Kerry Clark, 6501. This is of 2 weeks ago, and she wrote, "Kia ora, found your channel through Ali at Little Drops of Wonderful. I've binge watched all your episodes and love them all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm a born again knitter thanks to COVID and love knitting podcasts. I enjoy watching Unwind and Knit with Me, cup of tea and a yarn, knit a suitcase, and I've just found the Cornish Knitter. My favourite podcast is Christina from Gussets and Goddess, but she doesn't podcast regularly, and she has a little one. Her Vlogmas episode's fabulous. I look forward to more of your episodes, Kakite."
Yay.
Thank you, Kerry. And I wonder if you're in New Zealand, so
That makes things...
that would make
That's
things
great.
easier.
We didn't plan that, but...
So that's okay. So if you can contact us, we will put our email address in the description. So you email us, and then we will get this sent out to you.
Yay.
Lovely. Okay, it was quite a long one.
It is.
Yeah, sorry about
So
that.
thanks for sticking around to the end, and hopefully nothing will get in the way of us podcasting, in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh, what's my
All
fringe
right.
doing? Okay.
All right.
So hope you guys are all warm and healthy, or if you're on the other side of the world, cool and healthy. And we'll see you again next time.
All right.
Cool.
See you later.
Bye.